It was a more traditional Remembrance Day ceremony in Barrhaven this year as COVID-19 restrictions loosened enough for many of the symbolic aspects to make a comeback. Just before 11 a.m. on November 11th, around 250 socially distant spectators gathered around the cenotaph outside John McCrae High School. They came to pay tribute to the lives lost during the countless wars and the sacrifices made by young Canadian men and women. Stefan Guy, president of the Barrhaven Legion, said it was touching to see people gather in unity again after so many months apart.
There's one thing that surprised me this year at the receptions at the branch. It was more serving member as far as a percentage of participants than before. So, which is again, it's really nice to see. So more serving members were there. We had a bit of an entertainment at one point. And of course, the members came out with potluck, and then we were able to offer our participant with some food and at least a place where we can commemorate and talk about previous experience.
This year, just days before the ceremony, Ontario loosened restrictions which allowed an unlimited number of people to attend as long as they were socially distanced and wearing masks. But with the virus still top of mind for many Canadians, there were some changes to this year's ceremony as well.
Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, this Remembrance Day was still not like a typical one, but better than last year when only 25 people were allowed to attend.
Around 200 graduating students from John McCrae High School were also able to participate, placing ceramic poppies around the cenotaph. It's a tradition graduating grade 12 students have been doing at the school for years.
We had the truly appreciative of John McCrae Secondary School, which they did their ceremony where they laid the poppies, the ceramic poppies, and the two students read the poem at the ceremony. So much like a normal ceremony, minus the wreath laying ceremony.
As the World War veterans die off, the battles of our past can't be forgotten in time, says Guy, who notes it's more important than ever to keep the commemoration of Remembrance Day alive.
We can never set aside the sacrifice and the hardship that our war veterans did in the First World War, the Second World War, Korean War. I'd like to put into perspective what is going on today. Afghanistan comes to mind. The people of our military that went to Afghanistan and the sacrifice that they made over there, it's not comparable as the First World War or Second World War, but they still make history. They still make history as far as being on site and trying to make the life of the Afghan people much better than they were before the war. And they achieved that. They had wells to supply water to the Afghan people. They had the girls go to school. So they made the life of the Afghan people better than they were before.
Charlie Cenac, 2IN News, Ottawa.